it all comes down to this. I always wanted to say this. Yes, here we are in the finals of Gold Grand Prix Halle. Anders Halle, how many players were we today?
We were 96 players today.
96 players.
Now there are only, I want to say there are only 2 players left, but actually there are 4 players
There
left.
are 2 players left to being able to win the tournament. We went through 7 rounds of Swiss, 2 additional top cut rounds. This is the 10th match these 2 are playing today. And we have on the right side from Berlin, Harald Rose, first time on the stream. On the left side, we see him the 3rd time today now. It's GermanDLS. And what I failed to mention, because I'm stupid, is that without GermanDLS, we all probably wouldn't be here, because he was a big ambassador to put this tournament here. Like he made a lot of effort to get this Gold Grand Prix going, and now he's about to win it. That's a fairy tale story, right?
Yeah, it would be a fairy tale story. But also Harald is like the man that came in today,
Yeah.
and was like, yeah, maybe I got the shot of winning this. And
No, he wasn't. Jens told him.
Jens told him, maybe you got a chance of winning that. And the game already started, so we are jumping right into it. And the first action was the activation of a Thunder Dragon, and we've seen that one before today.
We've seen the one before, not at all in Top Cut.
Not at all in Top Cut, because there were other decks, but I mean, Chaos Turbo is the deck of all time when it comes to Gold format, and seeing it in the final is just a given.
We talked about conversion rates and stuff, and that Chaos Turbo may be disappointed a bit, but if it wins the tournament, it again proves their rank as maybe the best deck in Gold format ever. But GermanDLS has something to say about that, and we can be sure that GermanDLS prepped a lot of Chaos Turbo, but I doubt that Harald prepped a lot against the deck GermanDLS is playing.
Yeah, definitely. And now we got the humble T set, and then GermanDLS starts with the Smiling Man. And with the Smiling Man, I mean Pot of Greed, that comes down and lets him draw 2 additional cards, so his possibilities are endless now. And there are the Goblin.
There are the goblins, and there are a force who wants to attack.
Yeah, and the goblins run into the Sangan that was there, sitting, and also Sangan is also a happy little critter.
It's a happy little critter. It was happy in 2005, not so happy like for a lot of years, because there was something with catching the wrong bus, and there was yeah, the Sangan storyline is kind of tragic.
Yeah, but the Sangan storyline starts in 2009, I believe, or 2010. So he has a few happy years in front of him in the goat format cosmos.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the Goblin Tech Force now is in the defense position, and it's kind of vulnerable there. And now we.
Can we talk about how exciting it is to be here? These 2 guys are playing a format which was played 19 years ago.
Yeah,
19
years
ago.
It's a long time.
It's a long time. I know they're playing it. We are commentating it with the crazy professional setup here. We were on that scene the whole time, right?
Yes, we were definitely on that scene the whole time, and I did not just talk about everything that happened because we weren't.
Okay. So, yeah, it happens, like, we gave you a play-by-play, you saw what happened. Our faces are in your brains now, but now we see some card action being played. It's been a long day for every one of us. But, yeah, so, Goblin taking the second, and I missed what Harald picked up there.
I also was always trying to think around it. I also did not.
Yeah, Harald.
I mean, it has to be a Serpent, right?
I don't know. Completely depends on the situation. I mean, Harald is not in control, so Serpent is not that important in that spot. Spy is amazing in this matchup, and if you don't have one already, you definitely want to get one. And
is Spy good if you?
Okay, that's a great. So maybe it was Serpent. Also, maybe Night Assaillant if you have another flip. If you want to recycle, maybe you have 2 Night Assaillants now. So
yeah, maybe
a lot of possibilities here.
I mean, he also discarded the Thunder Dragon, and there was the Serpent Thunder Dragon discard that you want if you activate Grace. And drawing into Pot of Greed is like the most Grace you can get out of your charity.
The pot is greedy indeed.
And now the only thing missing is
that duo,
but there is no duo here, and Tsukuyomi booking the already in defense position Goblin attack force and easily gets rid of them.
Yeah.
So now in the main phase 2 we have to think what do we want with our like 20 cards in hand before getting the Tsukuyomi back.
We just want to pass here, and we see the Royal Decree in end phase. But Raigeki Break, which was set there earlier, is in perfect out. This would have been a possible comeback incoming for GermanDLS, but Break is such a good answer here. At least for GermanDLS, at least there was no Serpent discarded. But
the Serpent was already engraved.
Yeah, right, this is what I meant. So at least it's like not the worst
I mean, it
case.
was the second Thunder Dragon, so...
Yeah, but it's at least a resource which it doesn't regenerate
and Harald still has like 5 cards in hand.
Yeah, Harald definitely is in an amazing position
that's an amazing spot.
Yeah, definitely, you can't deny that, and we won't deny that, obviously. So, yeah, Harald definitely in the commanding spot here. But Earth Aggro, again, is not winning by like gaining more resources or like out-resourcing your opponent. You're winning by pushing. And there's still an open board, and you can push into an open board. So I wouldn't count out GermanDLS at all. We've seen the aggressive cards he plays, the True Nades, the Brain Controls. All that stuff can wipe out a lot of Harald's life points.
But which monster do you commit into the Tsukuyomi?
The Kaiku, apparently. It can get rid of Thunder Dragon and Serpent, but yeah, you're right. Tsukuyomi definitely is scary in this spot.
Yeah, definitely. Like the Kaiku applies a lot of pressure against Chaos decks, but with the knowledge of the Tsukuyomi in hand, it's really difficult to like commit into just putting a monster on board.
Yeah, so Kaiku now hit the board, and we will see if Harald has a response to that. Maybe we even saw an attack already, and it's a Torrential Snow attack, getting rid of that Kaiku. So you at least got rid of a really, really good card against your deck if you're a GermanDLS. And there's Prem probably targeting that Kaiku.
Yeah, definitely. We just saw that the Torrential was worth putting into the single Kaiku, so investing 800 more life points to possibly get rid of the Sinister Serpent in grave. And I mean, he has a lot of light targets. I do not know if there are any dark targets in grave.
Sangan is there.
Sangan
so you remove Serpent and Sangan for sure.
Sangan and Serpent are the cards to remove there because this
is exactly what GermanDLS is doing, obviously. Yeah. He knows what he's doing, otherwise he wouldn't be sitting here.
Definitely. And now you got rid of the possible dark, and you also got your Floodgate effect on board that prevents Harald from using his big Chaos monsters, which he certainly has.
Yeah, and Harald again in a really, really good spot. And I think it was good awareness to activate Torrential there. Other players would have maybe waited, but he figured that Kaiku was really important for GermanDLS, and he got another resource out of him because, there's a Book of Moons. That's the answer for Tsukuyomi.
Yeah, but the Tsukuyomi did the job of booking the Kaiku.
But there's no dark in Harald's grave.
Yeah, but he got rid of the Floodgate effect, and he plays a lot of discard traps. So if there is another discard trap, like a Raigeki Break or something.
Or Nobleman. Nobleman is a good out against Kaiku.
Nobleman is also getting rid of the Kaiku now.
Yeah, and it's like Harald is basically plussing every turn.
Yeah.
He's gaining so much advantage here, and this shows you how a good Chaos Turbo player is using their resources. And it's the first time we see Harald stream today, but we definitely can see already that he deserved his spot in this final. He plays really, really well so far, and he shows that he is prolific with his deck.
Trap Dust Shot is the Trap Dust Shot, and we are seeing a Gorilla, a Spy, a Duo, and an Exiled Force?
Yes, that's an Exiled Force. GermanDLS plays a very shiny version of Exiled Force. We saw that before. So if you have another out for set monster, you take Spy. You take Exiled Force, otherwise you take away Spy here.
I mean, the Exiled Force is the pick, and the Exiled Force possibly gets rid of like the Chaos monsters later on, if you do not want to commit it now, and like the Gorilla gets rid of the immediate threat of the Tsukuyomi, and if you want to like play it a little bit more on the safer side, you could set your Spy, and then try to like.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Harald has an out against Spy here, otherwise he wouldn't have let this in hand.
I mean, he used one knock already on the Kaiku, so, but yeah, I mean, it's not that bad for Harald to just sit behind Spies, like, for 1 or 2 turns. And I think the Gorilla, the summon of Gorilla now would be fine, because then he gets his grave, his Dark Grave, and then his Chaos monsters are alive again, and in fact the Berserk Gorilla is met with the Mirror Force, so I was totally wrong, and it's not fine to get the Tsukuyomi out of him. And now there is the Duo, and the first damage of the game was dealt right now in form of 1,000 life points cost there by GermanDLS.
So no, let's see what he can get rid of here, and he hits a Magician of Faith, which is a good hit there. Yeah, which is a good hit there, and it's also not a dark, but there is Night Deciding also being discarded, which is now able to get Magician back, and now Harald has his much needed dark. To be fair, he could have just rebuilt Tsukuyomi to get the dark in there anyway, but now he doesn't need to waste also he has a potential Tsuku Mothlock at the Chaos. This is such a good spot for Harald. He's really capitalizing on every resource he can get here. This is such a good spot, setting Moth, attacking with Chaos Sorcerer. This might be too much to handle for GermanDLS in that game.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on the side of Harald, and there's not a lot going on the side of GermanDLS. There are 2 set monsters. One of them is the Chaos Sorcerer, and there is still the threat of the Tsukuyomi in hand.
Yeah, it is for sure. I think Tsukuyomi is the only card in hand, so we definitely know. So let's make clear, did Harald still have... He has still a Serpent in the grave. He didn't add Serpent back to hand. This is kind of interesting. So this was a mistake, maybe? I think it was a mistake, but again, they are playing for so much.
I'm not sure if it is a mistake, because if there's a jar back there, and he has Tsukuyomi in hand, if he takes a Serpent now, I'm wrong, but
I think he just forgot.
If he wants to draw more, then he would have played around a potential Trap Dust Shot.
And there is the Nobleman, so he had the access to Nobleman due to Magician. And now I think this match is as good. This game is as good as over, because you just summon Tsukuyomi, flip back at Magician, then deal a huge amount of damage with Tsukuyomi and Chaos Hawk, and not much to do about that if you're GermanDLS. This game is slowly but surely slipping out of his hands.
He has 1 card in hand, so
he has 1 card in hand left. Yes.
So 1 card in hand is not enough to break free from this position, and yeah, so. What's the mindset now? Do you, like, in this situation...
I would say you just scoop.
Yeah, no, I believe in this situation you are already in game 2 with your head.
Yeah, I also like that GermanDLS is saving some time here, because although we are in the finals, we will have timeout, because we need to go home at some point. Players want to go home, we want to go home. Actually, I don't want to go home. Let's stay here overnight and commentate, go the whole night.
Yeah,
I'm getting a head check from our operator here, so
that's a no.
that's a no. That's a no. That's a bummer. And now he's threatening to pull the plug. So I should be careful with my words.
Yeah. So Harald is up 1 game, and now we are going into game 2, and everyone should be prepared to face Chaos Turbo, so I believe GermanDLS has a concrete plan here, what he is going to do.
Also, if someone is able to come back from a 1-0 game loss, it's GermanDLS, because he did it like minutes ago against Escaroda. He also had a really like unwinnable game 1, and he turned it around and he did it in a magnificent fashion. So I still believe there's everything to win here for GermanDLS, but Harald Rose really put up a clinic. He put up a great Chaos Turbo performance. This is how you want to play if you play this deck and if you are in the spot. Also, Harald is very experienced, and I don't think he feels pressure at all. He was really cool coming in and like, yeah, it's alright. I've been here before. I'm going to win it.
Yeah, and he is in the prime position to win it all now. I think he plays Chaos Turbo like a surgeon. Every move he makes is like very clean, and he knows exactly what he's doing. And the whole game was he felt no pressure at all the whole game, and it was his whole performance was just a stellar performance.
Yeah, it was great, and also GermanDLS showed some really good plays, some really good awareness, but in the end it came down to Harald having these power cards you want to have very early with potting grades in the same turn, and it was just too much to overcome such a good start by such a solid player like Harald is.
Yeah, and if you give a good player a finger, he will take the whole hand and shake it, and then you just lost. So
he will definitely do it. And would he be, if he would be a zombie player, we could have added a great takes the whole hand joke here, but fortunately all zombie players did not quite make it today.
Yeah. We see a Chaos Turbo player here, and would you be satisfied with Chaos Turbo taking the event?
I mean, both players representing Germany as a good playing nation, really good. So I am happy with either of them winning for sure. Okay, so but let me interrupt you because I have some big news for you. We know the third player who will represent Germany at the World Championships this year. It will be, drumroll please, Christian Böttcher from Berlin. He was able to beat Escaro's Machine Gate, getting towards with a Chaos Control deck. We saw Christian on stream earlier. So we will have Christian Böttcher, GermanDLS, and Harald Rose representing us in November at the Gold Worlds. But let's focus on who is able to win this Gold Group Halle. Harald is in prime position, but GermanDLS says, no, I'm greedy for the win.
Yeah, he has the Pot of Greed in his opener, and that's always the best card to start with.
It obviously is if you are GermanDLS. As I was saying before, like both players represent Germany so well, so I'm happy with either of them winning. I personally love the Earth Aggro deck. I think it's underrepresented, and I think a win for it would be good. But if Harald takes it, he earns it, and I will be just as happy as if GermanDLS wins it.
Yeah, definitely. I feel the performance Harald showed in Game 1 was really good. So, and he still, it's like Chaos Turbo has a Thunder Dragon glued to their hands. Like every Chaos deck always starts with a Thunder Dragon.
And also only one. We never see double Thunder Dragon today at all.
We haven't seen double Thunder Dragon today. And Thunder Dragon, one would say, is almost like a Pot of Greed.
Sometimes it can even be better, because just having that light in the graveyard early is so important. This is like game 1, like deja vu. We saw it already. Tsukuyomi booking Goblin and attacking over it.
Yeah, and I mean, we saw Tsukuyomi put so much work in the game 1. It was like probably the best playmaker there.
Yeah.
Like the whole strategy of Earth Aggro fell short against the Tsukuyomi.
Yes.
And Harald knew that and played around it perfect. He protected it at various points, and always like after the duo he kept it in hand, before the duo he kept it on field, and he played around all the possible methods to get rid of Tsukuyomi so well.
Okay, so I hate to interrupt you here, but we have some really exciting gameplay going on because Gigantis is being summoned, and there's the DD Warrior Lady. We all know DD Warrior Lady is
the out to everything.
The out to
Not
everything.
even Tsukuyomi is able to get rid of the DD Warrior Lady.
She is that good.
She's just that good.
And this is exactly what GermanDLS wants to do, apply really much pressure early. He kind of failed to do it in game 1 because he just couldn't get through. And now he dealt over 3000 damage already. And Harald has a lot of resources. He knows how to use them well. We saw it before. But maybe he doesn't have the time to do that.
And this early push was missing for GermanDLS in game 1.
Yeah.
He had not, every game he won, he got that early push in. And without that early push, he most of the time faltered.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign. So if you are team GermanDLS, this early attack here is the best indicator for you to get your hopes up again, despite the 0-1.
But if you're team Harald, you have everything still to win because Harald has a lot of resources, so it's anybody's game right now. But both players are kind of in the positions they want to be. Let's see who can execute it the best.
Yes, and we saw that clean execution from Harald earlier. And there is Tsukuyomi again, and
we see a Metamorphosis probably coming out of the side deck of Harald. Maybe even main deck, I don't know his list by heart. Going into level 4, but you don't do this to get level 4 on board. You do this because you need the Dark Engrave because Tsukuyomi is that. And
he has a light. And the Dark Flame Dragon that we saw just now also has enough attack points.
Such a good play by Harald, attacking over Gigantis just to get rid of the back row before committing into a chaos. This is why he's here at the finals. This is such phenomenal gameplay. Completely aware of the situation and the matchup he is in. Now being able to DD Warrior who is now and out against nothing.
Yeah, the DD Warrior Lady is very good for attacking into something and not that good into tanking the Chaos Sorcerer.
And it's like Christian Butcher, we see Harald using this rarely used fusion targets. Like, you don't think that Darkfire Dragon is something you need to play, but so crucial here just to get the Tsukuyomi in graveyard. And now you have a 1-5 beatstick as well, which isn't half bad.
Yeah, and the beatstick of 1500 is strong enough to get over these defense Gigantis or stuff like that.
But hold on, we have another Gigantis coming. Now you can get rid of either Darkfire Dragon or try to get rid of the back row. And he tries to do the first one, successfully attacks over the Darkfire Dragon. But now Harald again has a Dark Engrave and he has Thunder Rings in hand, so Chaos is again available. Smashing Ground. Wow, this is really
Smashing Ground gets rid of the Chaos Sorcerer. Now we have 2 lights in hand and 2 Darks engrave, and both of these lights are possibly if you need them to engrave, they are there.
Yeah, both players really fighting for this one. You think that one has the upper hand and the other is just fighting back. This is such an exciting game here. I can't even sit still right now.
Yeah, every card played now has such a significance in the outcome of this game. There's no wasted cardboard here.
This was very well put. You see both players maximizing every card they are playing, getting the most of it, and it's fascinating to see both players with that good handling of their own strategy.
Yeah, they both sit here because they deserve it. Yeah. That's a fact. Now we have to see who gets the upper hand in this game because it's dead even.
Germany is definitely in good hands at this year's World Championship. We have some really good representatives, so let's get the second German World Championship this year. But we are not quite there yet. We see a Thunder Dragon being discarded, and there is a BLS. Okay, GermanDLS still has a lot of life points left. So, do you push here or do you banish?
You definitely banish, because the back row might be important, and you have no pressure at all.
And also, I believe GermanDLS has no Earth Engrave now.
Yes, so other Gigantis are not live, and now you have to see. A good option against the BLS would have been the DD Warrior Lady, which is already gone.
We see a Kaiku. Does GermanDLS have something else? Just attack into the set monster first? It is a Magician. What do we have engraved here? Meta. This is not a bad card to pick up here.
And yeah, so we are in a... Yeah, now it's an even... Oh, there is... That's
It's a mind control, which is able to banish that BLS there. And again, GermanDLS proving... There's a pot of greed being picked up by Harald Rose. This is such a good game. It's going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and both players are...
every time, and there is the Metamorphosis.
It was a serpent, right?
So,
he did pick up a serpent.
There is the 1000 Ice Restrict, and now we got rid of that Floodgate effect the Kaiku applied and have an 1800 beatstick. And 1800 is such a nice deadline in Goat format.
It is a really good deadline, and especially like 1800 is easy to get over with if you're Earth beat, but not if you're not allowed to attack. Then you can't get over it. And there is the Grace! Hail Mary for GermanDLS, and he slams on the table like, come on, give it to me. I need some good stuff here, and I saw some decent cards being picked up.
Yeah, I mean, at some point in the game, all the cards you draw are like good. And even like now you get your Earth monster back in the grave, so you have a possible third Gigantis. And yeah.
And HMVB in chat pointing out that Harald Rose already represented Germany in Worlds 2 2022. I didn't even know that myself. So he has some World Championship experience, but will he represent this year as a GGP winner or just, in quotation marks, as a finalist? Again, this match is so good. Both players really. I really can't tell who has the upper hand here.
This mystical space typhoon on the Ring of Destruction takes another out away from GermanDLS, and now slowly but surely Harald is beginning to take apart the aggro strategy with his control strategy. He bought it into.
Yeah, pretty sure that he bought it into it. We see the attack into a Cyberjar!
Ooh, that's another good out.
Oh, I definitely didn't expect that. And no, the whole game will be spun on its head again. Grace, Spy, Mirror Force, Break, and Kaiku are the decks being cards being picked up by Harald. What do we see for GermanDLS? We see Wanghu, Gigantis, Trunate, Book, and Royal Decree. Simon, what do you think about these 10 cards?
I think the trap cards on Harald's side are pretty exciting. Also, like, the Grace is pretty exciting. But the decree on GermanDLS's side does hinder these trap cards a little bit. And also, the Wanghu could possibly be a problem for all these lower power monsters, the Chaos monsters.
Wanghu won't be a problem at all, because we are still in battle phase and Harald can just attack over it. So the Wanghu is no issue at all here. But
so we are setting 2 monsters and hoping that...
He only had Wanghu.
Oh, Gigantis can't be special summoned, yeah. So now he has an Earth Engrave?
He has an Earth Engrave, but Kaiku is sitting there and saying, objection, I don't want you to summon an Earth. You have Trunate to clear the board, but you don't have any follow-up to clear Kaiku right now. At least we didn't see one. So, out of all these 10 cards, Kaiku definitely the most important one.
Yes, Kaiku is a game-winning good card. We saw it all day long. This Floodgate effect he applies on the field is not only good against these Chaos decks, but also against the Earth deck.
This might be the biggest like downgrade from Earth in comparison to Warrior, because Warrior doesn't care about Kaiku at all, but Earth has such a big problem with dealing with it, and we see the effect Kaiku has on the game now. Because what do you do if you're a GermanDLS? I mean, you have all the options to clear Harald's back, like you have Trunate and then you set Decree and then you're good. You don't have to worry about traps, but you need to do something about that Kaiku.
Yeah, but Harald now obviously in possession of his Raigeki breaks, so you always have to like...
Raigeki break is not an issue, you just Trunate first, set Decree and you're good.
Yeah, but then you have like still the monster you can't get rid of.
Yeah, the main problem is Kaiku here. Like, GermanDLS drew into some perfect answers here for like everything besides Kaiku, which is just sitting there and saying, yeah, I'm here now, deal with it. And if you can't, too bad for you.
Yeah, so he needs to have Trunate, which he has. Then he needs a bigger monster.
Yeah, so you can't banish now. I don't know why he took. Okay, obviously he's aware of it, but I was like panicking a bit. There's a roller. This is an answer. So you can get.
Exiled Force.
No, you can get Goblin here to just attack over it.
Goblin is also a warrior. Yeah, you're right. And
this is a big advantage in comparison to warrior. You have like a 2-3 bit.
We are not.
Level 2.
We are not. Maybe.
So he has another out for Kaiko for sure. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense.
So we still might have like Smashing Grounds or.
Yeah, Smashing Grounds is a very possible card here. Again, you can't tell which player has the advantage. It's crazy how back and forth this game is.
Yeah, this
Book of Moon! This is the answer for Kaiko. He needed. And now he can clear both monsters. There is an Earth Aggro. You can summon Gigantis. You can summon level 2. Level 2 clears this, the not Kaiko, and Gigantis clears the Kaiko. Easy.
The very unknown set is very...
it is a magician, right? I don't remember, but he knows what it is, because he saw it with Cyber Jump.
Yeah.
And it was a spy, but we knew about it. Okay, last two cards going face down.
Did we knew about it?
Yeah, it was summoned by Cyber Jump.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Harald Rose now drawing.
I thought he said it for turn last. He said it last turn.
I don't know. It doesn't really matter that much. Maybe you're correct. And Joe, this is why I love Goldman. This is why we all love Gold from it.
There is the Trap Dust Shot, and there are like 12 million cards in Harald's hand. It's amazing.
Wow, this is the hand. This is like it would make an audible noise to just drop your hand on the desk with like so many cards.
Yeah, I mean it must be heavy to carry this much potential in your hand.
This is like we see Grace, we see Upstart, we see Serpent, which is getting shuffled back here, but this is looking. This could be the hand which grants Harald this victory. This could be the hand he wants to frame and hang on his wall, because this is the one which takes for him. Upstart being activated first. Obviously you Upstart first before you Grace, so you give yourself more discard 4/4 Grace. What will we see now?
Yeah, it's he has like all the possibilities. Drawing into another Chaos Monster would be pretty good now.
Yeah, there is the Grace. Like, I believe a level 1 is mostly enough here. I don't know if we know about the face down card of GermanDLS. I don't know if it was revealed by Shoot, to be honest.
I mean, a lot of cards were revealed there.
Yeah.
But we do not know if
we saw a Mirror Force
the
being
cards
discarded there.
like this could be the decree.
Yeah, seeing the Mirror Force being discarded there, it is decree. It has to be decree. Right, this is the last card we saw.
Yeah, I mean it's a card we saw, but
he has nothing in hand.
He has nothing in hand. I just noticed. Yeah, it has to be decree.
So if Harald outs this board, is just over for. And we saw Harald discarding. We see Sangan. Sangan can and snatch. Sangan plus snatch. This is so good. And now, GermanDLS is pretty much left with nothing. Like you need to top like a breaker here now. But GermanDLS still has so much life points left, so all hope is not gone.
Yeah, definitely.
He turned it around multiple times, so he can do it
so
again.
He needs to decree here in the end phase, right?
Yeah, obviously, and he knows that. He is aware. And now let's see. What can he pick up? He picks up 1,000 life points first of all because of that snatch. It buys him more time. What can he find here now? Storm also would be a nice card to have. It is a setback row. Maybe it's a Typhoon.
It could be a Typhoon. Typhoon would be good here.
But does Harald still have Thunder Dragons in hand?
He used his Thunder Dragons to go for his BLS.
Yes, you're correct. It is, in fact, the MST. This is a really good card. And we see Book! Harald really has the perfect answer here.
Book in battle phase is fine. It wasn't in battle phase. Okay.
I don't know.
Maybe it was a main phase 2 flip, but then I didn't see the Sangan attack.
It can't... it was in the main phase.
Yeah.
It was the main phase, and probably GermanDLS should have waited for battle phase, but I don't think it makes that much of a difference. GermanDLS again needs to top deck something. He needs to find it now. Harald has to feel really, really good.
Yeah,
in this
now
position.
Breaker is not the answer anymore. I mean, he wasn't in the first place because of the Book of Moon, but now it's not the imaginary answer.
We see a pass, and we see a Dekoichi. This is almost enough damage on board. There's like one more monster missing. We see a Breaker being...
And
this
Breaker is
board.
the answer for Harald, and that should be enough. And there we have the winner.
Harald Rose wins Gold Grand Prix Halle an der Saale and is the first German Gold Grand Prix winner will represent Germany as a Gold Grand Prix champion. Give it up for Harald Rose. This was such a great performance. Every play mattered, every play was, and it was not an easy task. Germany has put a hell of a fight.
He played good. He was always on the back foot in game 2 after like the Cyber Jar resolve was kind of the last way to come back into the game and get like on an even playing field, but the luck was not on his side, and then Harald just took over, and there was no coming back after that point.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. We played, let me check my clock, 10 hours of GOAT today. 10 hours of GOAT, 10 rounds just to find Harald Rose as the well-deserving winner. Now, out of 4 German GOAT Grand Prix, Chaos Turbo came out victorious 3 times. So it's definitely still the best deck here in Germany. Also, a lot of other decks tried their hardest. And with that, I would thank you all from the bottom of my heart for following us, for watching, for being with us the whole time. And want to thank Simon, who was an excellent, not co-pilot because we both were the main pilots here today. We did put up a clinic together. It was our first time casting together. And I just had a blast.
Yeah, it was very fun. I had a wonderful time. It was like an overall great experience. I saw a lot of people who were very happy with their plays today. Everyone seemed to have fun. It's just amazing what happened here, and it's just a huge congratulations to everyone.
We see some important persons coming in, trying to do the award ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, we will sign off for this weekend. We thank you all for watching. It was an amazing experience. We will support Harald and Christian and GermanDLS at the German Gold World Championship. Next German Gold Grand Prix, 7th of September in Munich. Mark your calendars, come down to Germany, wherever you live. We're having a great party here. And again, 96 players today. Biggest Gold Grand Prix besides the ones they have in Italy. Thank you again to AtzenJens, who organized everything. Thank you again to Felix, our operator. Yeah,
Thank you for you both, guys.
So
it was an amazing day here.
Yeah. In the name of everyone, we sign off and keep playing Gold Format, keep this format alive, turning 20 next year. Thank you all for watching. Shout out to JDZ to letting us stream at his channel. And any last words, Jens?
It was a great day. Thanks for the staff team, for the players, for the good competition today. Yeah, and see you next time.
See you next time playing Gold Format. We are out. Bye.
Bye.